What are some of the ways or tools you use to develop your intuition?
Wow. It's always the same. Meditation, prayer, and asking for help. There's no other way. Where you become more and more aware of the illusions of the physical world and how real they are at the same time. When there are two different sides to something, both of those sides can be flat ass wrong. Both of those sides can be absolutely right. Or one can be wrong, the other's right. But really, a part of, I think, spiritual maturity is not taking sides as we do all the time. Hello, I raise my hand. And we say, well, I need to take a side because I want to be part of a community, part of a group. But one of the greatest things that you can learn is to be alone but not lonely. To be alone with yourself, within yourself, even within a group of people, and feel love for people, to feel that love and that connection and that divinity, that they're all like you, terrified of the unknown. And if you think you're not, you are. It's part of human nature. It's what moves us forward partially, and it's what keeps us moving towards it because we want to move into it and through it and on to the next thing. There's a whole psychology behind that. But everybody's had a rough childhood. Everybody, in some way, is affected and infected with these emotional glamours and dramas that connects us to certain false values, that connects us to false narratives, and it's just how life is.
It's just something we have to accept, I suppose, and not get too caught up in the negative sides of it.
Yeah, when I do that, I do well. When I don't, I'm all stuck in my drama. So as a person who is more intuitive, reflective, I'm not reclusive, but I'm not out in public a lot. I have to watch that I don't become isolated in my love for humanity. That's one of my challenges.
And by isolated with your love for humanity, do you mean separate? But separate, you have to force yourself to stay involved.
I I don't, it's not a forcing, but it's a remembering that I'm always connected to the whole. Because there really is just one human soul. There's just one. And then we say, well, we have these soul groups, we have these different divisions, this and that. It's like looking at a family tree that branches off. But you can't ever really be alone, but you can feel isolated from the thoughts of others, which isn't so bad. You can feel isolated from media, from planning, from the past and the future. And at that second, you are living right in the present. That's what challenges me. And so I don't have to stay connected to people physically. I've got really good boundaries on that. God, I got sick of not having them. My challenge is to say when I am alone in my thoughts, that that's a precious thing, but that I am still intimately and always connected to God, higher spirit, divinity, the Holy Spirit, that I'm in love with the Holy Spirit, my husband, my life, my family. Those things are always there, but we need to take respite from that involvement to find that intuition.
That's a good point, and we often don't take that time or pause and reflect in the way we can, and we often stay stuck in our divisions and our fears.
Well, that's certainly happening now. I mean, it's so acute right now. It's chronic and acute that the two different sides, we say there are two sides, but there are a lot of sides that want voice. People want to be heard, and this started with social media, this started with the internet, but I'll say that your personal problems are really nobody else's business. Theirs are not yours. And so this is what's happened in public and in social media is the grabbing and the chasing of other people to agree with us or us to join their club that is false. There is also beauty in that, and there's also connection with it. But we're going to go through a couple really weird years on this planet, especially with the Western countries, the first world countries, to where there's going to be more social unrest, more violence, but there is also magnificent stuff going on too. But that doesn't sell newspapers, does it?
No, it's much more convenient and panic inducing if we constantly push what divides us and how scary everything is and how you should only spend time with people who won't agree with you on everything.
You know, that brings up a good point. I love reading the oh, no, I just had a mind fart. Farmer's Almanac. I really like that. I've always liked that, especially when I was running my farm. And I came across something today in the almanac from last year, and it talks about what we discussed that the golden rule is in all religions.
Hmm.
And I'll give you a couple of them. In Buddhism, it says, hurt not others in ways that you yourself would find hurtful. Christianity, all things whatsoever you would that men should do to you, do you even so to them. This is the law and the prophets. Islam says, no one of you is a believer until he desires for his brother that which he desires for himself. In Judaism, what is hateful to you, do not do to your fellow man. That's the entire law. All the rest is commentary. Taoism says, regard your neighbor's gain as your own gain and your neighbor's loss at your own loss. Zoroastrianism says that nature alone is good, which refrains from doing unto another whatsoever is not good for itself. Confucianism, surely it's the maxim of loving kindness. Do not unto others do what you would not have them do unto you. And it goes on, and I think in Wicca is do as thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. But all of this is to see the other as us, to put ourselves in their shoes because everybody's hurting. That favorite bumper sticker that I saw back in Olympia, all it said was others. That's all it said, others.
Wow.
When we do that, our problems go out the window. The greatest thing we can do is service. But what are you serving? Are you serving the emotional guilt? So what? That's the first level. Goodwill is the lowest form of love. Everybody can feel goodwill. And to me, that's what comes up when I read those golden rules. When you think about the word service or others, all it is goodwill is available. But find what you came here to serve, and it's not you.